Okay.
Good afternoon. Thanks
So,
for coming.
yeah. Parang natuwa lang ako dun sa concept. I mean, to me, it's very postmodern. Kasi di ba, it's your existing work and then you're gonna give it a different, a different flavor or approach by the use of remixing, right? Tanong ko lang kung kayo ba yung first Filipino band na gagawa dito or meron na rin gumawa ng ganitong tao?
Question,
Abroad.
That's a good question.
Abroad meron, but locally, I'm not sure. I-heads ba may sarili ang nag-remix?
Kayo lang, sa tingin.
Not only that,
I'm sure there's no. I don't wanna say that we're the first, but there's a lot of remixers in the local doing it to different. As artists, then we've remixed other artists, so it's not.
Pero ito, tayo nag-remix sa atin yan.
Oo
yun
nga.
yung parang
Kayo
first,
yung,
you wanna hear a funny story, Rames? I don't even think na may sorry lang. I don't even think na may foreign.
Meron.
Na sila nag-remix.
Yeah, the Cure.
Pasingit lang.
Hindi sila humingi ng iba.
No, they did. They remixed it themselves. The first Cure dance album, they
Solo
remixed it
wax.
themselves. Solo wax themselves. It's but that was not the intent actually. Parang it was
It's a pleasant surprise.
it was actually Monk can tell us how it began. We didn't intend it to be a remix album. We didn't intend it to be an album. The first intention was
Just a remix.
just to remix songs to play out live as some sort of experiment.
Your idea was how would we play sandwich songs without guitars?
Yeah, that was more the
Yun yung original. Oh, wala na lang music.
tanggalin na natin yung music. Yeah.
Yan. Clearer. In the beginning. Ano to? So we want to play out live na what would sandwich sound like with samplers, keyboards, and no guitars.
Also, individually, we've been playing as DJs in these little clubs that we like to go to, but there is no space for traditional rock full band equipment. Parang, hey, can we play here? Hindi tayo pwede makatugtog dyan, walang drum set or walang guitar amp. So, maybe we could use, what the other electronic artists are doing, but using it in our song and reinterpreting it for the venue and the audience.
ano to? Is it a new kind of music movement?
No naman. It's
It's
nothing new. But something fresh for the band. Parang si Mong and Diego sat around and dug from music collections and juxtapose and mix and match what we like as grooves and sounds and parang something not guitar. Parang
ganun. Mas literal siya na, like, if you're gonna interview like a traditional rock band, tatanong mo parati what are your influences, sino pinakinggan mong gitarista, sino yan. Ito mas literal na, ano ba trip nating music? Mahilig tayo sa 70s punk from Olongapo. So maghahanap kami ng plaka na ganyan, tapos literal gagamitin namin yun.
Okay.
Mas literal siya demonstration of our influences.
So what was the experience like? Kasi 'di ba, nawala na yung guitar at yung
Masaya kasi tumambay kami kila Jex, then yun, may record player na nandun, tapos wala kami ideas, tapos may keyboards, tapos pre-project namin yung
TV.
Sa malaking TV yung computer, yung laptop, tapos ano gusto mo, ito ganyan, tapos umiinom lang kami.
it's very liberating because as musicians you have may mga go-to things yung katawan mo physically. So this was not physical. So you're using your ears and your taste lang. You don't care what key it is, diba? You're not concerned about tempo.
Actually, akala
Ayaw talaga ng mic sa'yo.
Actually, yun ang don't need ma'am. Narinig nila ako. Actually, yun
May
ang
lapel yung cameras.
mag-feedback, tabi ko yung
Ito wala.
Okay. Actually, yung maganda, very liberating talaga because pwede ka mag-come up with any crazy idea. Tapos, bibigay mo kay Mong, ito kaya itong baseline ito from a specific record, let's say. Kahit na hindi ako sure, di ko alam, kasi usually magkaka-second Kasi second thought ko sabi ko na parang too complicated. Ito, walang right or wrong. Lagay lang kami ng lagay. Execute ni Mong, ni Ray, sila Mike, nila Myrie. Parang okay lang. So, may magic na lalabas. And because you were mentioning, what was the term you mentioned earlier?
Parang it seems like a postmodern approach.
It is sort of weird na parang cut
Parang,
and paste.
yeah,
strange
for an artist like an parang collage.
Parang collage.
Collage
Actually,
talaga.
it is a collage.
Yun talaga siya.
Collage
Yun
in
talaga siya.
music. That's
Yun siya talaga.
Yes, yes.
Yun siya talaga.
So, in fact, yung naririnig mo yun, not even sure kung mag-work, pero kailangan mo subukan, walang mawawala. So, minsan, ayun, nag-work na. So, yun, nakakatuwa.
But instead of playing it, parang getting something and then playing it yourself physically, you're manipulating it. Sound.
And then another flip side to it is, so for example, may guitar, I want to sound like, I don't know, Slash or something. Yeah. Ito, you get that thing that you like from a record, but we want to mangle it in a way na you don't recognize it anymore. Instead of you wanting to sound like
You
him.
deconstruct it.
Oo.
Reconstruct.
Kasi nakuha mo na yung essence, yung tunog, yung pagka-mix nun, nandiyan na mismo. So pwede mong balik rin, tapos katunog mo pa rin siya, pero hindi na siya yun.
So based on that, masusurprise yung mga fans and also the
Hopefully.
listening public. Kasi, di ba parang, for sure they are familiar with the lyrics and then all of a sudden, parang merong something na iba because of the music that are being, the new music that is
Yes,
being
hopefully that's the
incorporated.
effect.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
What made you choose the tracks that are in this album na yun yung i-mimix ninyo?
So we played, we had a 20th anniversary show last year.
2 years ago.
Last year.
Last year ba yan?
Last year. And then, so that show had space for 20 songs. 10 songs set, break, costume change, 10 songs.
Okay.
Obviously, we couldn't play all the songs we wanted to play. Pero mahaba yung preparation for that. So marami kaming songs na dinaanan na Mike wanted to play or yeah, so mas dun galing, from that process namin nakuha yung songs na remix.
Okay.
And we didn't pick it like a whole set. Si Mong just started working on one song and before we knew it, it was after a few months parang sabi ni Mong, hey, I think we have 10 or something. Diba?
Tapos nung yun nga, in-export ko yung files, 10 na to ah.
And then we called Superstars like, hey, we can release this as an album. Parang. But that wasn't the original intention. When we realized that it was a set, parang, hey, maybe people would wanna hear this. So
Originally, we wanted to just,
for ourselves lang talaga.
or send it out on SoundCloud, or I don't know, yun yung original idea.
Kasi usually that's what they do. I mean, like, i-upload lang siya with,
Mas maganda yung story ng movie.
Yeah, and during that time, we got invited to play yung one of those art films live scoring.
Yeah.
So we were
German.
the Deutsch Film Fest in Shangri-La, and we were using similar electronic equipment and
We asked to live score.
and we were using samples and so I go, hey, what if we use our songs and the samples, parang ganon. So we started like messing around with it and for ourselves initially.
You know what I remember? We played the outro without the movie anymore and people went down and clapped.
Yes.
Kaya nakagulat, parang weird kasi we were just basically lalaro lang talaga ng masaya. Nalala mo na? Ngayon ko naalala eh.
Personally, I didn't like it. It was in the beginning, it was like, it is too art, man. This is too fucking art. But once we were playing and we got around to playing the instruments and it was a little alien at first. Parang just juxtaposing, jamming samples. And then we were enjoying it. Tapos na yung movie, we were still playing and people were coming down and then parang they don't even know what we were playing. It was fun. It was the essence of rock and roll without playing traditional rock
So this
music.
is the first Sandwich album wherein we do not play any guitar.
That's true. Any live
Yeah.
instrument. We didn't play any live
walang-
instrument. We didn't physically play an instrument.
So,
Actually,
yeah,
Oh.
so since, di ba, I think you mentioned earlier na parang plano lang talaga to na to just parang perform it or
There,
perform it like live. So how,
Yes.
if there's no guitar and all, I mean like how would you technically
I
can
could
do
show
it.
Well, there's,
How do you reproduce
there's
the sound?
synthesizers and samples. Yeah, there's some footage of some of the rehearsals
In the interwebs.
in the
And
intervals.
uploaded na ba natin?
Hindi.
No, when we were doing it, we were like,
Okay.
"Psst, messing." It's
We're just documenting.
So, puro computers yun. But it's not computers, it's physically So anyways,
Document lang namin kasi sobrang bago sa amin yung experience.
Correct.
So, hindi namin alam kung paano ba gagawin.
Yeah.
at the same time learning the technology also. Which is nothing new. A lot of hip-hop artists and electronic artists do this, and we do it ourselves then in our electronic projects, but as a sandwich first time. So
But what are the common musical technologies that you use?
samplers, basically samplers. A lot of samplers,
Samplers.
synthesizers,
Record
drum
players.
machines.
Parang matapang nyo, no? I think this is your pinakamatapang na ginawa ninyo sa career.
Not necessarily. We don't want to think about it that way. You know, we're not. We just want to do what we do, but we're not parang this has to be parang the first thing, no. Because other people has done before, and we've done it also as artists.
I think also if you feel the weight nung... Sorry, don't go out. Okay lang. Also if you feel the weight nung... Ang laki na to, ano to, hindi namin magagawa. That's why the best approach was we just did it for casual lang. I know what you're trying to say, and I understand. Pero if we approach it that way, baka hindi matapos yung record. Ang bigat eh, parang hirap ito. This will be the ganda.
The greatest groundbreaking thing.
Yun lang, parang and like what Juan was saying, before we knew it, we already had 10 songs. Hindi namin napansin. Tapos yun na, nabuo na.
We were approaching it from a punk band perspective. Parang let's just do it. Parang we're doing it for you, for ourselves. Parang we're doing it in our homes.
Bigyan mo sa Instagram yan.
Parang
Ganun lang siya eh.
no.
Nothing.
So you have reproduce this remixes live?
That was the original
That was the
idea.
original plan.
And yes, we have rehearsals.
Okay.
But we haven't played it to an actual audience
Okay.
yet.
Is it part of, since you are guys performing for more than decades or 2 decades and counting, is it part of parang you are creating your new sound or styles? Kasi, di ba?
Yes and no. It's a new sound, but
Not for the sake of a new sound.
because we're recording in a few weeks, and that's a new sound again.
It's
Original
material.
It's a single.
No,
No,
we're recording
we're
a new set of songs.
Oh.
This was done
Okay.
last year pa. Starting last year, we just decided to release it recently. But in a few weeks, in the span of that time, we've also been playing, writing and new
With guitars.
with guitars again.
Okay, so yun yung susunod.
But it's also a new sound for the guitars.
Yeah.
So parang
Galing.
it's constantly evolving, but not necessarily in a linear way na parang it has to be parang ganito. It's going to be electronic from now on. Parang hindi
Oh, it's not like, we're gonna make our third album on this year and, alam mo yun, parang we just keep on writing and writing and writing.
Pero regarding dun sa remix album ninyo, ano ba to? Parang, is it sound like parang retro style or parang medyo modern na din talaga yung mga ginamit nyo na mga pag-remix? Kasi before meron na rin parang mga retro remix na rin yung ginagawa.
We don't think about it as retro, but we did a lot of music. I mean, we chose a lot of music na luma at bago. So it's a combination of modern technology and songs that we
Collage
like.
siya talaga.
It's a
Collage
collage.
siya.
It doesn't hindi siya naka-timestamp na parang ito noong 2019.
Oh.
Alam mo yun, pwede mo siyang pakinggan ng 80s parang it sounds like an 80s electronic band, or now it sounds like a 2019 release. Diba? Parang hindi siya naka-timestamp into
You can form your own opinion about it, just stream it later.
Pero what was again the process nga ulit? Let's say, like for example, you listen to particular music, tapos i-incorporate na doon mismo.
Yeah.
Something like
Means,
that. ano?
Exactly.
like
But not only one, but several things. Yes.
Yes.
The title is SpaceSpase.
Space, yes.
Can you tell us
That's
about
a
that
good
title?
Uh,
Curious kasi, I'm very curious.
So, parang ang working title nito, yung folder nito was Lost in Conversion. Tapos yun yung original title. So yun lang yung nasa sa computer folder. And then, sinend ko sa kanila nag-send ako sa kanila ng drawings ng anak ko.
How old is Mira?
Mira is 6 now.
6.
So, and then that's that's her artwork. That's her handwriting. That's her interpretation of the studio where we remix. That's Alcatraz. That's
Literally studio.
So, yan talaga yan. Yung kung nasan yung computer, kung nasan yung ano. And then, siya lang nag-isip na lagyan ng this is the space.
Okay.
That's wrong spelling.
Wrong spelling.
So skin ratch.
Skin ratch yan. Tapos lagyan niya ng-
Yun.
Tapos, the other
Galing
nakita namin yan. Tapos, nakita namin sabi na, i-keep natin yung space.
Which is exactly how the album was made. Parang it's a lot of trial and error and like things that you, parang ganda nito, mistakes that you like and things that work and that don't work, but you just like, it's just funny. Alam mo yun, it's just funny.
It works visually and tanong tinipe na namin, oh, galing
Ganda
na
na space!
Lagyan mo na slash sa gitna.
So biglang yung GC namin na nakalagay na Lost in Conversion naging SpaceSpase na. That's gonna be the title, di ba? Parang.
And there's no word like space.
Yeah.
Wala.
With an S.
Ang unang basa ko, mas sparse may R.
So there's parang sparse pwede din.
Yeah,
Sparse
kasi
space.
parang, yung
Pero
parang
there's no-
scattered or
there's no
something.
existing word
Parang
like
kung
space.
paano
It's just weird and funny like our band.
Okay.
Yes.
Question about, intrigue ako dito sa inclusion ng Future Phony. Which happens to be my all-time favorite
Oh, cool.
Spanish
Thank
song.
you.
The song, di ba, features a different lead singer.
Si Mark. Si
Yeah,
Mark sang
yeah,
the original.
Who's no longer with the band. Di ba sa remix, kasama pa rin yung vocals niya.
This is Raymond's vocal on
Yeah.
on this
Yeah.
song.
Because
Yun pala yun.
it was when we remixed it, we did not get the original tracks because it was not the original intention.
Also,
So,
hindi
you
naman
had to record it.
Parang kasi the original intention was to play it live. So we were actually just creating demos. So I just sang. Wala, I just got a mic,
I had 4
sang.
from Raymond.
I sent mong vocal tracks of all the songs. So all of those vocals are re-recorded as a demo, not professionally. Parang it's recorded in the studio. Para si Mong naman may guide na lalatagan ng pinili nilang music. Parang so they're choosing sounds and beats and bass lines and keyboard parts and
pagkakasya yun lang.
tapos parang ni-remix nila yung guide vocals. So it's weird. It's if you didn't ask the question, we would have forgotten where we got them. So we didn't parang ask the record company where master tapes and got the.
Hindi, walang ganun.
I just like
As you did remix from the original
I
tape.
put a BPM and then sang Betamax and all of those songs and then diba, scratch guitar, take out the guitar, send the vocals to Mong and then a few weeks later parang this is how it's gonna sound. It's like, sasabihin ni Mike, that's not the right
Hindi
move.
ka
But change parang
process.
ganun.
Juxtaposing nga.
Exactly. But not to be weird or anything. It was just like
Gusto lang namin matapos gusto namin magawa. Yun yung how do we get from point A to point B really quick, but
kaya boses ko pa rin yun nandun.
Kasi I was thinking kanina parang ni-record ng the usual na sa yung parang ganun sa Facebook and all.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Yung
Iba yung
pinaka-patsi-patsi
sinasabi,
na.
oo.
Literally
Ganda nga.
patsi-patsi.
Collage talaga.
Collage siya.
In
I
every
get it.
aspect.
One more.
Talaga,
Ay, may isa pa.
Nakakatawa.
Did you work with any other producers other than yourselves for this album?
Mostly Mong assembled everything.
Okay.
Parang lahat kami taste lang. Parang okay to ba?
Sa may assembly.
Parang, what's that sound? Let's take that out. Parang we don't even know what that is or where that sample came from because it's so cut up and dislocated and
Yeah, like, but if we
process.
play it, tapos sabihin namin, galing to sa, ano kaya?
Ako nga, aminado ako, nakalimutan ko na yung iba eh. So, sobrang, which is great, it's good, because it doesn't, not even myself, which came from, a lot of those records came from my own collection. Natungo nga mo sa araw, sino natin, kanino nga ba itong, hindi ko na.
Isa nga, full circle na, isang,
maalala.
one of my original bosses dito sa Police. Nasample pa yata natin eh.
Talaga.
Boyfriend sa akin ba?
Meron.
Si Boss Bob dati EMI na eventually yung Police.
Ayan, so, puro
Wala, galing lang. Full circle.
oddly enough, Two Trick Pony happened the same way. Two Trick Pony was a different song totally. And then at the time, we all watched the movie, I'm sure you know it, 24-hour Party People.
Yeah.
And then we started jamming, what song was that? Stone Roses. Bong, 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 we started jamming Fool's Gold.
So
And then suddenly the Fool's Gold morphed into the bass line of Two Trick Pony. And it's like, wait, I'm gonna take these lyrics from that song that we couldn't finish. And so parang that became Two Trick Pony. So we worked the same way as a rock band also. Parang, maybe it's not working here, maybe we can put this here. And they were coming from the Stone Roses, pero it sounds like it's your riff already, di ba? But we started initially just jamming the Stone Roses riff, di ba?
One more question. I can imagine some of your fans will most likely wonder about this. Your biggest hit is of course Sugod. So why wasn't it not included among the remixes?
Hindi lang namin
naisip.
Yun lang pala yun.
Because we weren't really thinking about, marketing and whatever. It's just
umabot
songs.
ng 10.
I think it was songs that we wanted to play in a club setting. And I don't think Sugod at the time, I don't think we should mess around with Sugod. Or there were too many other songs.
Baka naman hindi rin talaga the mood or the vibe not lend itself. Pwede rin di ba? Kasi yung iba, yung tutik dahil may dance vibe na agad na. Parang alam na natin.
It lends itself.
Okay, ito
It lends itself to
it
the
lends
project.
itself just to
I'm so curious kasi since you mentioned earlier na parang hindi nyo pa ito nagpe-perform sa live audience. So how was the preparation kung paano nyo? Kasi sanay kayo na nagigitara.
Mahirap, actually.
Different. Paano yung...
We're still trying
We're
to
still
figure
trying.
out the live.
May nagawa, nabubuo namin yung, nabubuo naman namin live.
I think we're putting live drums on it naman.
Live.
Okay.
The other stuff we haven't decided yet.
We all watched other bands abroad that we like na similar. If you're curious, yung live setup is similar to Soulwax or the LCD sound system. Alam mo yun?
Kasi Soulwax, major influence of kasama sa genesis nung itong project na
We
to.
were really
Kasi
inspired.
pala namin, wow, pwede pala yun. Pwede pala gawin. Although may guitars pa rin sila.
Pero there's also some musical artists like Chemical Brothers who really they
Parang
They
they just
DJ the tracks.
Yung sila nag-produce lahat, sila tumugtog ng parts. Pag live, meron lang, DJ lang nila, trigger na parts, na nakakasindak pa rin. Parang, wow! Diba? Parang, tama ba?
Kasi we played the same festival with them. And then,
kumbaga hindi na live drums, it's just still...
they DJ
Baka nga
lang.
i-DJ na lang nila yun eh. Alam mo yun, parang...
Pwede rin, oo. Naka-design naman yung... Actually, naka-design yung remix album for it, in the sense na si Rames yung nagsabi na, paano kayo, when we were deciding yung track listing, paano kung parang DJ set na simula ka sa steady na speed, tapos tutulak mo hanggang so sa start siya sa mga 80 BPM.
Parang DJ set.
Parang DJ set talaga. Next song, push mo ng mga 85 na, 90. Tapos yan yung tapos may calm down din. Yung last two songs, nasa medyo down tempo na siya. Yun. So, literally, pwede namin i-DJ yung buong remix album.
Conversely, it lends itself din na ibigay mo sa DJ
Yes.
natin. Kasi pasok na siya eh. Parang the tempos are pang-dance siya. Kaya bigyan namin sa mga kayo. Kasi Mong and I and Rames, we DJ. So pwede mo ibigay yung that those tracks are playable by any of the DJs across the world. Kung trip nila, shoot siya, pasok siya.
Actually, doon nga yata rin natuloy. Kasi nung una, sinesend ko yung mga unang remix ideas. Medyo kebs lang sila eh. Sakto lang. Tapos sinabi na ni Jex na parang dragging. Tapos sinaganap ako ng mga 120, 115. Basta medyo dance tempos na. Tapos yun na-unlock na yung itong album na to.
Ako, may question. I mean, nothing masyado. I mean, like, 21 years. Hindi, 21 years na kayo, no? A sandwich. So, parang, I'm sure there are weeks doing the big
Where your
runs.
body is painful.
Yeah, I know.
Indeed,
I mean,
indeed.
there
Yes,
are
you are
weeks,
right.
yes, ako kahabag.
Sorry.
I mean, there are weeks that, things get monotonous. So, I mean, like, is this one way of breaking that funk na, okay,
You
kasi,
never think of it as monotonous.
Oh my.
talaga, like, iba every
Because the albums are deep. There's how many albums? 5? 8? 8 albums. And every show, we get to choose the set list.
Okay.
Some songs, of course, you gotta play for
Dapat.
depending on the promoter and the audience, diba? And every time, a lot of the time, yung audience and first time pa lang nila maririnig live yung song na yun. And if alam mo yun, kunwari, pupunta kaming Iloilo, and we don't go to Iloilo once a year, sometimes several years. A lot of those kids will only hear those songs for the first time. And if you know that, you also feel that you're also playing those songs for the first time. And then you play Manila. We play Manila every week. We get to play our new shit.
Yes.
Diba? Which we're very, very excited to play. Diba? We're always writing new stuff because we're big music fans. And then parang tonight we're playing the Typecast anniversary in 70s Bistro. Our set list will be all new songs that we will be recording in a few weeks next month. So we're also excited tonight. So you don't have time to be monotonous. Plus we're all doing other bands and diba parang so pagbalik mo sa Sandwich, I'm excited to play Sandwich again. Diba?
Monotony is not at all.
So we've never thought about it that way. We take a lot of breaks, we go on vacation. Especially on this new album, we're going on vacation and recording for the first time. We're going to the beach to record the new set of songs. We don't know if it's gonna be easy or difficult, but we just wanna do it. Diba? Parang
We
ganon.
have reggae music. Reggae Sandwich. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
Hindi, parang ginawa ng
Do not
Incubus.
expect
Parang
reggae.
request. Yan, ganun. Okay. So, I'm glad that it's not monotonous and you don't get, not physically tired, but you don't get tired.
Physically tired? We get physically.
No,
Yes.
not that. You don't get bored, burned out.
Whenever you feel that, at this point, we feel that we're gonna get a burnout, we
Yeah.
all take breaks.
Okay.
Because we talk to each other every day. Like, like friends and family, we talk to each other every day. Pag mararamdaman mo yung burnout, because of, everything, stress and work, we take breaks. We go on little vacations.
And we don't just talk about music.
Yes.
We are human beings. Kami, magtatawa kami. Noong Tuesday, laban ng San Beda Letran. Kausap kami. Tapos kahapon, at tinayong sige, magkakausap ulit kami. Kasama lahat eh.
NBA everyday.
NBA everyday. Basketball pa lang yan.
Okay. Okay lang. Yan lang naman. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Long time no see, guys.
Ay, yung pakinggan yung